let's take a look at Caitlin Clark's credentials. The Indiana Fever finished 13-27 a year ago, the third worst record in the WNBA. The Fever currently stand at 17-16 this season with 7 games to play. They're the hottest team in the league since the Olympic break. They can win it all this season if, and only if, Caitlin Clark continues to elevate her efficiency and basketball IQ. Despite averaging 18.7 points and leading the WNBA in assists at 8.4, Clark hasn't come close to peak performance yet. A victim mentality would prevent her from making the necessary improvements. Her fans could give her that mentality if they continue to cry about things that don't really matter and shield Clark from objective criticism. Here's what Caitlin Clark is doing wrong and needs to be addressed and needs to be focused on, but we can't have this conversation. She's not focused on it because she's surrounded by people caping up for her and just anything, any mild criticism, they just lose it. But Caitlin Clark is lazy on defense. She spends way too much time whining to the referees. She loses focus with her ball handling and passing and lapses into chucking the ball up from deep early in the shot clock. Clark's shortcomings need to be publicly discussed. It will force her to address them, but it's difficult to do in the current environment. Her supporters interpret any and all criticism as unfair bigotry or jealousy. They've adopted a victim's mentality for Caitlin Clark. They cape up for any and everything. Again, you want to know why the 7 dwarfs are whining and crying about Caitlin Clark? Because they have a victim's mentality. Because they've been surrounded by people making any and every excuse for any of their shortcomings. Because they've been told, you're a victim, you're a victim, you're a victim. Don't do it to Caitlin Clark. I get it. It's a natural reaction. You see someone you love mistreated, and you leap to protect them. Here's the issue. Caitlin Clark doesn't need protection. She's not fragile. She's not weak. She's prepared and strong. Just look at what we're witnessing. She buried Angel Reese in Chicago last Friday. The Fever blew out the sky. On a night when Dopey DeShields delivered 3 cheap shots, Clark posted 31 points and 12 assists in a 19-point victory. Show White exited the game to a round of applause and then sat and watched Sleazy Reese pad her stats in the final 90 seconds.
I mean, Jason's a little contradicting. I get where he's going with this whole storyline. He definitely thought this one out. Jason thought this one out, and he thought he was going to go crazy with this one. So you're trying to give Caitlin Clark advice on the basketball court as they're pretty much undefeated coming out of the break. What are they, 6-1 out of the break? And you're trying to give Caitlin Clark advice and telling her she's getting more efficient, she's not being efficient enough? I just don't get it. Like, I think Jason's really catching on to the not. It's hard to explain. He knows what he's doing. He's gonna get the reactions that he wants, as he's getting from myself. So he's doing something to reel you in. It's not clickbait, but he's using certain words and tactics and strategies to get your emotions mixed up about Caitlin Clark and get you frazzled. So, it's just very odd that he would be coming out and saying this now as they're on a win streak. I get it. You know, she complains to the ref situation. Well, the refs should make better calls. Now, I'm not going to say Caitlin Clark is perfect. She needs to calm it down a little bit. Chrissy Sides, you need to get control of her and let her know, hey, I'll do that to the refs. Let me take care of that. You focus on the game. You focus on your team. Stay within each other, and let's play Fever basketball. I agree with that. But I know what you're doing, Jason. I know what you're doing.
Sleazy, Dopey, Angry Carter, and their coach, Weavy Weatherspoon, have lost 8 of their last 10 games. The Sky are tied for the last playoff spot with Atlanta. I think they're tanking. They're tanking, trying to get into the draft lottery so they can get Paige Becker. The Chicago Sky are no threat. They've given up. They've raised the white flag. Angel Reese is nothing. They're quitting. Caitlin Clark doesn't need our protection from Chicago. Not from the Sky and not from Lisa Leslie either. Leslie tweeted on Sunday that Clark and Reese should share the Rookie of the Year. Are you kidding me? It's a ridiculous contention. Angel Reese is an elite rebounder whose rebounding has not made Chicago a better team. Caitlin Clark is an elite basketball player who has made the Fever significantly better.
Now Jason's talking with some facts. Now you're using your head, Jason. So I get where you're going. You're right, though. He's right. Angel Reese, you're a great rebounder, but you're not helping your team win. Caitlin Clark is a great basketball player, and she's helping the Fever succeed. That you're being very that's a true statement right there from Jason. And besides everything he just said, you guys got to take into consideration. Caitlin Clark hasn't said anything to the media, and anytime Caitlin Clark is wrong or she feels that she's doing something wrong, she's going to let you know that she's going to work on her improvements. So I feel that, Jason, you're trying to say something that if her and her team don't already know. You don't think Caitlin, how do you think Caitlin's been improving? As he's saying, he's literally contradicting himself. So as you're stating what she needs to improve, she has shown improvement from the beginning of the season till now. And it's very clear that the Indiana Fever have improved behind of Caitlin Clark in the style of basketball that she brought to that team. Now, I haven't seen much improvement from Angel Reese, as we can still see, we see her offense at a terrible rate. So I'm just surprised he's bringing this all into light when, in my eyes, Caitlin Clark has made those adjustments. I'm not saying she's perfect. She has a lot to work on. But if there's one rookie out of this whole group who's going to put in that work to make sure it's fixed and improved, it's Caitlin Clark. So I'm a little shocked at this take from Jason. A little bit shocked. And you've been coming out with some weird things the past week and a half ever since that Cheryl Swoop stuff. So I'm a little shocked. You know, I think personally, you know, now you're calling out the fans saying that they're protecting her and we can't have conversations about Clark or this or that. I love Clark, and I always say she needs to improve on certain things. One being the attitude with the refs. I don't like certain things that she does with the refs. I think that's a passion out of her, but me, I think it needs to be controlled. I would have teed her up a long time ago. It's a little ridiculous at times, yes. But if you watch her pregame, you watch her interviews, she's going to state. I understand that I can tone it down a little bit. I let myself get out of my head. I let the rest kind of control me. I got to do better than that. So that's how I know Jason Whitlock, you're not even watching her speak. You're not even watching her interviews. I watch everything. You're just going off a storyline. You're just trying to create a storyline here. Watch her speak, and she's going to let you know everything that you just said, if not more, she's trying to improve on, or she knows that she needs to work on it. Or the team aspect of it, they're working on it. So, little surprised at this take from Jason. You know, I'm going to leave this real nice, short, and simple. You know, Jason Whitlock, as of late, he's been coming with these crazy takes on Caitlin, and just out of the blue. Out of the blue. So, yeah, man, if you haven't, make sure you guys sub up. I appreciate you guys, man. This is your boy, C. O'Connor. Welcome to Game Day Network. I'll have plenty of content on the way. I know, guys, the content has been a little bit delayed. I'm working on getting out as much content as possible. All of a sudden this week, there's been bomb, 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 boom, 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 boom. Caitlin Clark is on fire. Caitlin Clark and the WNBA are on fire right now. So I'll make sure I pump as much as I can. You know, if you haven't, make sure you guys check out the rest of the channel. I got plenty of content on there for you guys. Besides then, I appreciate all the comments that I've been getting. Everybody liking up on the videos, all my new subs. Everybody, welcome to the community. I appreciate it. Besides that, it's your boy, C. O'Connor. Welcome to Game Day. I'm going to catch you on the next one. We got a huge, huge slate for the whole weekend. We got college football, NFL. And man, sports is on an all-time high right now. Let's get it. I'll catch you on the next video. We out.